Hey guys, Bob here, aka Mr. Reef Safe, and today I'm going to be talking about the money that I hope you're wasting in this hobby. I'm going to add some links in the show notes below about some of the things that we're talking about today. It's May 2022 and next month starts hurricane season, June 1st. If you're not ready for it by now, it is time to get ready. And that's why I hope you're wasting money in this hobby, because I hope that the stuff that you need to get for hurricane season, you won't need. And I wrote down some things that I just want to share. This is not an exhaustive list by any stretch of the imagination, but these are some of the things that you will need to have in case you have a hurricane come through. And if you wait for the meteorologist to tell you that one's coming, it's probably too late by that point. So be wise and get it now. So the number one thing that you should have on hand is a generator or a battery backup or at least a battery operated bubbler. You can get a power converter for your car. You plug it into the ASHRAE, turn your car on, and you can plug things in. If you have one of those things, you can keep your tank running at least on the life support with the return pump, or if you don't have return pumps, you don't have a sump, you can keep the power heads going. And if you do that, you want to make sure that the surface tension of the tank is being broken. If that water surface is not being broken, you're not getting gas exchange. That is probably the number one thing that can ruin a tank. More than heat, more than lack of light, more than anything else is going to be the oxygen. You gotta make sure that the tank stays oxygenated. So this is the time, if you're gonna buy a generator, if you don't have one, if you're gonna buy the bubbler, go get it now before they start to sell out. If you do have a generator, you wanna make sure that you have tried it out. Go ahead, turn it on, make sure you have gas. Hopefully you have a propane one. It's a little easier to get propane during a hurricane than it is to get gas. But make sure that it is running. Make sure that you have enough. If you have a propane one, the 5-gallon tanks that you get with them, or you can buy at the grocery store, that's only going to last you about 12, maybe 14 hours. So you're going to want to have more than one of those on hand, especially if you're in an area that is prone to long power outages. Hurricane Irma came through here a few years ago, and we were without power for almost 4 days. So that would have meant that I would have needed at least 8 cans to be able to run that generator the whole time. At that point, I had a gas generator and I was struggling to get the gas. I was actually siphoning it out of the tank of my car so that we can run the generator. But heat is going to be the next thing that is going to be really important to watch on the tank. More than the lighting, heat is going to be much more important. So first thing is going to be the oxygenation and the flow of the tank. You want to keep that going, and then heat is going to be an issue. If your power's out in the house and you live, especially in here in one of the southern states, it's gonna get hot. During the day, it'll probably get hot during the night, and a simple fan can help with that if you have a generator, if you have some way to power it. Even a battery operated fan will help with that. But I will strongly suggest taking empty soda bottles, taking empty water bottles, and filling them up before a storm comes and freezing those. You can float those in the tank and you can keep them going. You can keep the tank temperature down from rising too high just by floating the ice. So you want to make sure that you have enough on hand. Again, if you're in an area that's prone to outages for more than a few days, you're going to want a lot of that on hand. And what I like about the RODI water is when you're done, you just pour it back into your mixing station and it's good to go. And if for some reason it gets into the tank, a 2-liter bottle of water in even like a 100-gallon tank is not going to change the salinity level enough to cause any real damage. And frankly, if one breaks open from freezing, you're going to know about it within a few minutes. So make sure that you have the water bottles on hand. Have as many as you can. So you want to have those on hand. Be prepared for that. The next thing that you want to have on hand is extra water, both salt and fresh water. You want to keep that on hand because you don't know how long that the power might be out. You don't know how long you're going to be going, and you might need to do a water change. Only do it if you absolutely have to. And again, I hope that this is something that you're going to waste money on this year. I hope it's something that you wasted on for many years to come. That being said, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Old saying, but it rings true. Make sure you protect your tank, make sure you protect your house, make sure you protect your family. That is the number one thing. I'm Bob, aka Mr. Reef Safe. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment below.